Well, now to a lawsuit challenging the results of Arizona's election. Kari Lake will have her day in court tomorrow. A judge gave Lake's lawyer the go-ahead to make her case that she didn't lose the election to Governor-elect Katie Hobbs.
Team 12's political insider Bram Resnick here with us to break down how the two-day trial could actually play out.
Yeah, this is interesting because it's the first courtroom test of a conspiracy theory we've seen here in Arizona. You know, in public, Kari Lake is defiant. She refuses to concede defeat, but inside the courtroom, she'll have a heavy burden of proof to convince the judge that she won. Here are 5 things to know about the two-day trial. Let's start with what's at stake. Maricopa County Judge Peter Thompson has to decide whether Katie Hobbs' 17,000 vote victory in the governor's race was the result of fraud or other misconduct. Why did the judge allow the trial on 2 of Kari Lake's 10 claims? These election contests are governed by state law with their own rules. The judge is required to examine allegations of fraud or misconduct that could be supported by facts. What's the evidence? For the judge to throw out Hobbs' victory, Lake's attorney has to meet a very high bar. Evidence that supports Lake's allegations that a Maricopa County employee intentionally messed with ballot printers and that tens of thousands of ballots were illegally cast through a so-called back door. And also prove the alleged misconduct in both cases caused Lake's defeat. We'll hear from witnesses on both sides. Lake wants to put Maricopa County Recorder Stephen Richer and County Board Chair Bill Gates on the witness stand. Hobbs' side will have top county elections officials. And one more thing to know, these election challenges have to move fast. The judge will have to rule on Kari Lake's lawsuit by next Tuesday, December 27th. There could be an appeal, and Katie Hobbs' inauguration is scheduled for 6 days later, on January 2nd.
All right, so I think a lot of people who pay taxes in this state are probably wondering who's on the hook for this lawsuit, and is there any chance the judge could say to Kari Lake, you're going to pay?
There's a very good chance that could happen. Kari Lake's lawyers are walking a very fine line right now. The judge has warned them that you go over that line in your arguments tomorrow, you could have to pay the legal fees of the other side. He let this go ahead, but he issued that warning. So that is out there. And again, to be clear, the evidence they provide has to be clear and convincing, lawyers tell me. You can't just speculate. You can't just say our formula, our models show this and that. That's what happened in court yesterday. That can't happen tomorrow. They've got to name the employee who actually messed with the printers, name the people who were involved in gathering all these thousands of ballots that shouldn't have been counted. It's got to be that specific.
And to expedite the process, in addition to all of that proof that they need.
They've got to get it going. Yeah, they've got to get it going. It's a 2-day trial. Chances are it might be shorter than that. We'll see. One thing to note, they were supposed to call Katie Hobbs. They planned to call, Kari Lake's team did, Katie Hobbs, the Secretary of State, and the governor-elect as a witness. Today, they dropped that. Because if they had called Katie Hobbs, it might have prompted a sanction by the judge because Katie Hobbs' testimony wasn't needed in this case. It's an entirely Maricopa County issue.
The court versus the court of public opinion.
Yep.
The big difference.
Interesting.
All right.
The saga continues.
Yeah, thanks.